Hello and good morning.
Hello. How is everyone doing? It's a brand new week. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to the rest of your life. There we are, I've got chat up now.
Cool. First up, I want to say a big thank you to Pablo Fella for the resubscription. Thank you so much, dude.
I don't know if Pablo is here this morning, but good morning if you are, and thank you. Hello, George and Lady Amy and Chiboy Carl Sagan. How's it going?
He is here.
You
Hello,
are
Pablo.
here. Hello, Palbro. How was your weekend?
The quarantine has erased any concept of week and weekend now.
Yeah. Welcome to freelancing. This is kind of what it's like. Where you're like, what day is it? Is it the weekend? Does it feel like the weekend?
We had a routine where every Sunday we would go out and have brunch together. Everyone who lives in the flat.
Yeah.
And we haven't been able to do that, and so our concept of time is slowly slipping away as brunch is not consumed.
I don't know when it's Sunday anymore. There is only yesterday, today, and tomorrow. All that matters now. You're trying to move your sleep schedules forward. Oh, that's awesome. Are you trying to move it to daytime? I don't know if you're a night owl or not because you're in such a different time zone to us. You're gonna write a novel over the break? Dude, that's awesome. Heck yeah.
Is it one you've been wanting to write for a long time?
Taking your chance where you can. Yeah, George, I hope brunch comes back soon too. I mean, we haven't been to the cafe, but I'd hope that they're closed, you know. I don't know if the coronavirus or the Animal Crossing virus has taken over more of my life. Yeah, thank goodness for Animal Crossing, right? I think it's like the chill out ray of sunshine game that people kind of needed at this time. Something where you have to work really, really hard to get stressed about anything in it. Carl Sagan says Isaac Newton invented calculus and the gravitation formula during a quarantine from the plague of 1665 to 66. There's always a silver lining. Maybe one of us will invent something incredible. Like a hot fridge.
What? Something that keeps things warm all times.
Yeah, they already exist.
Yeah.
I cheated, but...
A home hot fridge, though.
You never know.
A domestic hot fridge.
A very temperature neutral fridge where it's just like room temperature all the time. And you're like, but I could just keep it in the room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but the fridge. We spent so much money on this, we have to use it.
It's called a cupboard, India. That's what a room temperature fridge is. It's just a wooden box with with a hinge on it. If you really wanted to hide the food at room temperature.
I really do want to hide the food at room temperature. It's very important to me that you don't discover the cheese until it's too late. Rolando says, I've been grinding away at illustrating. Want to check it out? Yeah, go for it. Give us a link. I love the little partnership between Doom and Animal Crossing. Me too. It's hilarious. Seeing cute little Isabelle have this relationship with the main guy of Doom.
It's pretty good. It's pretty
awesome. I don't know the main guy of Doom's name. Doom Man.
Gary.
Is it Gary?
I don't know.
It's probably not Gary.
I don't know if
Gary.
they have a name.
I've never played Doom. Maybe I should play Doom. Doom looks like something I'd enjoy.
It does, actually.
I just never had any of the consoles it was on when I was a kid.
His name is John Grimm.
John Grimm. That's a cool name. I like it.
Wait, his literal name is Doom Guy. Or Doom Slayer. Is it? Oh,
Is it
wow.
actually? Doom Guy.
Okay.
I guessed it. I would be out of the situation in a cinch if I was in Rumpelstiltskin's story. Just guess his name right off the bat. I've been reading Tale of Earthsea recently, which has been really, really good. I'm really enjoying it. It says first book on the back, so I hope there's more because it's been really good so far. But in that, if you know someone's true name, you have power over them.
That's sort of a staple of naming in wizardry, isn't it?
It's definitely been used in more than a couple of books. It is reminding me a little bit of The Name of the Wind in terms of the writing style.
Ah, okay. I might have to give it a shout then.
Yeah, the writing style is a little bit drier. It's less sarcastic than the narrator's voice can be in Name of the Wind, but
Gotcha.
there's something about it in that I think the world building has the same kind of thought put into it.
Okay.
I think you'd really like it. I'm really digging it so far.
I'm gonna give it a shout. That's one of the books I brought down to read. I picked another one. I picked Strange the Dreamer, which is a very clever way to hide a romance novel in.
Yep, pretty much.
It's we're gonna set up this fantastical journey to a lost city where it's El Dorado-esque level of it's not been seen in 200 years, and then they're gonna strive to get there, and then of course they get there, and then you're okay, cool, fantasy adventure, and then it spends the third act spending pages describing kissing. I'm this is alright, cool, okay.
Cool.
Can we resolve the conflict yet? Nope,
Yep.
More kissing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed the book, but I wouldn't buy the second one, I don't think, for me, personally. I got to read it before Mike. Oh, good morning, Very Geeky. We're good, thank you. How are you doing? Hello as well, Scrab.
Hello.
And Rolando, this looks super cool. Let me get it on screen for people. This is BN Motive in Chat's illustration work that he's doing at the minute. I mean, I'm not going to give it any critique or anything because I can see that you're still in the rough stages of just blocking out the shapes and sketching. It looks really good already.
Nice.
I like the little pixel reference as well. Feels like a cool character. I really want to do some stuff with this kind of nice warm shading. You know?
Yeah.
I see a lot of artists I really admire use it, and I barely ever use shading like that, and I'd really like to try. I have to make some time for it. Oh, that's awesome, Carl. I didn't know that you were in the midst of character designing. If you want to ask us anything, please feel free to. I'm really happy that you've been finding the Patreon useful. That's what it's there for.
Yarr.
Scrub says resolve the conflict with smooches.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know, I'm all for characters kissing one another, but in the context it feels very childish.
It feels like they should be kind of focused on the larger matter at hand, which is...
Yeah.
The impending doom.
Even if there's this burgeoning romance and it's like, and they're running away from their problems, it's like, all right, it's just a kiss though.
You want the counterpoint acknowledged.
Yeah.
You know, that they either feel like they should be taking it more seriously, or there's another character there to like voice the opinion of the readers, to show you that the person writing is aware that it's slightly weird for them to be doing this. And it's not just that, you know, you're the problem thinking about this enormous conflict that's on the horizon when you should be just enjoying the kissing.
Yeah, I think that's hitting the mark.
Oh, Variably Geeky, thank you so much. That's awesome. Variably Geeky is adding us to the auto host list. Woohoo!
Oh, thank you very much. What does the little iron bar thing mean? Oh, the good luck, have fun pledge. Nice.
Good luck.
Don't know what that is, but it
Have
sounds
fun.
nice.
It does. So what did you guys get up to at the weekend? Ah, thanks so much, Rhonda. That's really sweet of you. You know, your illustrations inspire us too. VI Motive is like a really, really good pixel artist and illustrator in general.
Yeah.
A lot of the colour sense I'd really like to learn from. Animal Crossing, yeah. Lady Amy, you played a lot of Stardew Valley, you contrarian, you. You were looking around at everyone else playing Animal Crossing, you were like, I'll show you.
I'll show you farming.
Show all of you.
Orochima, thank you for the follow.
Thank you! And if you are here now, then welcome! Hope you're doing well.
Lady Emmy's not being contrarian, she doesn't have a Switch.
Well, that's okay. It's okay not to have a Switch. Stardew Valley is still a really cool, really good game from what I've heard, so... If you want a Switch though, then I hope that you can get one. At some point. What's this? Variably Geeky is saying, I can link it if you like. It basically says that you game and stream towards positivity and inclusivity and are against toxicity, negativity and exclusion.
Oh, cool.
But I think I missed the first part of that.
I think it was me commenting on the good luck, have fun pledge badge.
Oh, cool.
I think.
It's a quick electronic pledge that you sign and you can get a little badge to use on Switch. That's cool. So what you guys planning for this week then? Is everyone working from home at the minute, or do some people in chat still go into a physical workplace at the minute? Just out of curiosity, because Mike and I have been freelancing for the past couple of years, so this is like very usual for us. There's not a huge lifestyle change that we've needed to make.
Yeah, we haven't developed cabin fever because we're used to our cabin now.
We live with cabin fever every day. We're used to it, like an old friend now. Carl Sagan has to help his dad move into his house. Huh. You can't believe you went forward with the move after the quarantine. I guess the best thing you guys can do is just to get in there quickly then. So that your dad can get set up and not have to go out for much more. Make it super comfortable so he never wants to leave. Lady Amma, you strike me as someone who is naturally incredibly productive. So it's
Oh hey,
it's
Avatar
interesting.
Kezia. How's it going?
Hey, thank you very much for the follow. I was going to say it strikes me as quite funny that you want to be more productive just because from the outside, as someone who just like sees what you're up to every now and then, you look incredibly productive to me. Always organising the cool things. Carl Sagan, yes, schedules. Schedules are the key. Make it super comfy and tie him to a chair. Fill the room with dad things, like line the floor with slippers and the walls with newspapers.
Is that dad things?
That's my dad things.
Yeah, my dad things would be big TV, game console, Dark Souls, endless supply of coffee.
I was gonna say you're very lucky that your dad is into games. I think because it allows you guys to hang out long distance.
Yeah, I guess I haven't really ever appreciated that as much as I should have.
You can take advantage of it now. Now that you're both cooped up. I wish I could get my dad and my mum into computer games. That'd be amazing. Can you imagine visiting my parents' islands?
That'd be great.
It would be really fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Sadly, my parents are not into computer games even a little bit. Though they very much support my love of computer games and Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't think they've had a choice.
Yeah,
I appreciate them all the same.
I think he would have done a murder if they hadn't.
I would have done a murder.
At least on part of their sanity.
Oh, night, Carl Sagan. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out. It's been a little while. We hope that you're doing well.
Night out.
Good luck to you and your dad. Moving.
Yeah, if any of you caught it last week, I did a test stream with my dad where I was playing Bloodborne, and he was giving me advice. He's since told me that he's gonna play the game himself for a bit just to get refreshed on it, so he can be of more help than used to me, because it's been like 2 to 3 years since he himself played it.
Oh, he's got homework.
He's given himself homework. He watched me play and was like, I fancy playing that for a bit. So.
Also, I guess he probably doesn't remember where every single thing is anymore.
Yeah.
It has been a couple of years since we were at his place playing it. Roll high.
Oh, Adam, thank you for the host.
Hey, thank you very, very much. Aw, that's super cool. I haven't caught one of Adam's streams in a little bit. I want to catch one soon. I really like working alongside others who are also doing animation work. So I really enjoy watching Adam or Prat Bros do a stream. We're getting there. God, inking is like the most annoying.
Barney of the Rubble says, I came with Clyde. Don't hold it against me, please.
How could we ever?
Yeah, welcome to our channel. I'm Doig.
I'm Swift.
She's Swift.
That's me.
Thanks for the follows. We're currently working on an animation together. So I'm working on the background elements, and India is inking her animation. Do you want to show the folks? I think we just got raided.
Hey,
Though
thank you
Twitch
for the
thought
raid.
it was a host. Yeah, hello, welcome over.
Yo, welcome to our little place on the internet where we make cool animations and draw things and talk about whatever comes into our brains.
So I'm working on the background painting elements, but I've been building the environment for this in 3D in Blender so that we can have a camera track backwards through space.
It's a personal project for those who are wondering. So Mike and I made a comic together a few years back, and we wanted to make like a little animation of some of the panels because we're going to be doing volume 2 this year at some point.
Let me just open up the scene.
But hey everyone, how's it going? How are you guys faring? What you been up to this weekend? And what are your plans for the coming week?
How are you all handling staying indoors? So yeah, here's our 3D environment. We're simulating like the inside of our tornado as best we can so far. So we have these parallax layers of clouds and some floating rocks that our character Midge is finding herself on. Here she is. Hi Midge.
There she blows.
There she is. And if you are interested in seeing more of our work, because I'm gonna tell you about it.
Here we go. Don't make me put the money bag Doig in chat. Don't make me do it.
Swift and I are both knights of Knights of Light Table. So if you've not heard of Knights of Light Table, here is a command to come on Trashbot. Tell them all about Knights. Trashbot, are you dead again?
We have a bot called Trashbot, and he is let's just say he's second-hand. Ray found him somewhere in an alley one night and then tried to make him work, and he's not always the most responsive.
There he goes.
He does his best though.
Good Trashbot.
You can give him a cookie by typing !cookie into chat. He appreciates cookies.
Yeah, wake him up with cookies. There he goes.
Wake me up
there you go.
inside.
There's a light. Yeah, so for the past couple of years, India and I have been working with Knights of Light Table to make animated music videos. Things like Starlight Brigade and Night Runner's Magnum Bullets, most recently. So
yeah, we work with Dan Avidan a fair amount, which is fantastic because what a cool guy. For those of you who don't know, he's a musician and one half of the Game Grumps.
I don't think we've set up a command for Clyde. Should we set up a command for Clyde?
Probably. Scrab is trying to give Trashbot a cookie, and Trashbot is not eating the cookie, which is very unusual for Trashbot. Normally that's the one thing he does do.
Yeah, that is very strange.
You can normally rely on him always to at least come and eat cookies, if nothing else.
Dark Rising asks, in a perfect world, would you want Starlight Brigade to be a TV show?
In a perfect world, that would be incredible. Yeah, I'd love that.
I think there's a lot of potential there.
Yeah.
For more stories.
Yeah. Or at least like, a comic or something. But, obviously that's kind of out of our hands.
I think Blender crashed.
But in my wildest dreams, I would love to work on a series. I think that's what I would like to do next, is to either pitch a show or work on a series. get to direct something like that would be pretty amazing. I think series are my favourite form of storytelling in media. More so than movies, I'd like to work on a series, because I like the amount of time you get to be able to really delve into your characters and give them convincing arcs, which can be difficult in just an hour and a half.
Oh, I might have to say as well, Clyde, who hosted and brought his viewers over, is a fantastic animator. He's currently working on, I think it's a 17-minute short animated film, working in Toon Boom / Unreal, and it's looking unreal. I've been really,
it really is.
Really enjoying seeing the progress on that. So
it's
if you
so impressive.
Haven't saw his work, I recommend checking out his channel.
You guys might recognise his stuff from Bitey Brackenwood.
Yeah, do a search for Brackenwood. It's some really, really inspiring stuff.
Also just a really, really cool dude who is totally up for helping out and giving advice on any animation questions anyone has. Make a Bitey mockumentary. That'd be cool. Could interview Clyde and everything.
Wouldn't it be like interviewing Bitey? That'd be so difficult to do.
Yeah, good luck doing that.
Pin him down. You would probably need some sort of like drone with a microphone and have to fly.
You just have to interview people about him instead of having an interview with him. It would just be like an interview of the other dwellers of the forest, talking about the stuff he does. Dark Rising says, I've really liked some of the new unique 11-minute shows like Infinity Train. I've never seen that. What is that?
I've seen a pitch in the series of, not all of it, but I've seen bits of it. It's really interesting.
I've seen Over the Garden Wall. I love that. I love that series. What a really just competently put together little story, little vignette. All the theming in the music and the visuals tie together so well, and the story is so nice and self-contained.
Well, I really like that it has a sense of fun, but there's also like a darker edge to it.
Yes, something that's been missing, I feel like, from animated shows for a little while, is that kind of sense of horror.
Yeah, because I think people underestimate how much kids enjoy being scared, or how important it is to scare kids, if that makes sense. Like, you can't coddle them intellectually or emotionally, or they won't grow. Yeah,
you limit their range if you don't let them experience things, and obviously some things you don't want them to experience, but I think fear is going to be a part of life, and being able to feel that in like a safe environment where it's controlled is really important. So giving people just a taste of horror, I think is real good. Like when I was a kid, I used to love Gremlins. Like, I adored it. I still do. And Dark Crystal and Neverending Story. All of those shows had like the shadow of death in them.
Yeah, think of animated films like what's the dinosaur one?
Land Before Time.
Yeah, like that starts with the character's parent dying.
Yeah. Bambi, Lion King, Fleet Feet. Thank you for the follow. We appreciate it very much.
Fleet Feet says, yeah, a healthy understanding of fear is why I watch Clyde. Have you seen what happens when someone subs? I have.
We have. It's terrifying. Truly terrifying.
There's an incredible amount of kissing.
I don't think I'll ever recover. Sometimes in my nightmares I still see it. Big Hero 6. I think having that dark edge is important, and I think we've lost it a little bit. But it feels like it's coming back. I really like 2D shows that push the boundaries as well. Not just 2D actually, any shows. I've been enjoying watching The Dragon Prince. I haven't seen the latest season yet, but the storytelling in that has been real good.
I haven't seen any of The Dragon Prince. Would you recommend it?
Yes,
Okay.
I would recommend it, definitely. The animation is a bit shaky over the first couple of seasons.
Okay.
Sometimes it can be a bit distracting because it's so limited. But the storytelling is real good.
Let's see. Infinity Train is similar to Over the Garden Wall, where it has fun but a darker tone, but is not as dark as Over the Garden Wall gets. It's about a girl who gets stuck on a train where each train car contains its own universe, and she has a number on her hand, and the only way to get off the train is to get your number to 0. To do that, you need to learn more about yourself and become a better person. The worse you become, your number increases. Whoa.
That sounds so cool. If you like Last Airbender and Korra, it's by the same creators. I do like The Last Airbender. The Last Airbender might be my favourite 2D animated series. It's definitely one of them. So that sounds incredible. And yeah, Rolando, I also hate it when series kill characters and then the characters won't stay dead, because it feels like all the stakes suddenly get taken out of the story.
They do that so much. As you said, cough cough. Star Wars, they do that a lot in that more recent film.
Mm-hmm. I really wish they wouldn't, because it cheapens the character's death as well. It cheapens any sacrifice they made or sacrifice others made for them. It cheapens the emotional moment you felt when that happened. If it's, you know, a bull reason that they come back rather than something which has been planted and foreshadowed in the story itself.
Yeah, like there's at least 3 instances of that in that film. At least 3.
In the latest Star Wars.
Yeah.
I think it's just important that when you are watching a story or reading a story that you understand the rules. And the rules can be changed up and reversed in a way where you can go, oh, of course, and look back and connect the dots. But if you think you have a grasp on the rules and then they just suddenly change on you, it can feel very unfair and cheap of the story to do that, because it feels like the story is kind of cheating its own premise in order to force the narrative to go where it wants it to go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dragon Prince is by the same creators of Last Airbender and Korra. That's, yeah, it's true.
Ah, okay.
So the writing is good. It hasn't supplanted The Last Airbender for me, but I enjoy it a lot. I want to watch the latest season. Mike and I just started watching Gravity Falls together because we've never seen that all the way through.
Yeah. I think I'd watched like the first episode before, but it's good to like fully get in, like follow the series, because I like that things that occur in the previous episodes have a lasting effect.
Yeah, like when the S from the Mystery Shack gets like punched off the front of the building.
Yeah.
It's still hanging off in the following episodes.
Yeah, it's still there.
Scrabbed is just screaming, good show! Why do we stream Gravity Falls? We had a few problems trying to get good streams of it. We tend to use Kiss Cartoon because we can't find it legally anywhere. We cannot find hide nor hair of it unless we subscribe to
It's probably on
Disney.
Plus now.
Yeah, Disney Plus. And we just don't have the money to subscribe to Disney Plus. Along with all the other things we're already subscribed to in terms of software, Netflix, website payments and phones and all the other malarkey.
You can get a 7-day free trial. We might do that then.
I don't know if we could watch it all in 7 days though. Is the thing. It might be worth it though, just to, you know, at least for 7 days we could be above board. Lady Ami, I completely agree. I really appreciate it when a show lets you connect the dots yourself. It's much more satisfying that way, and I think people are more invested in it then mentally because they have to do a bit of the legwork themselves to be completely on board with the story.
I was getting pretty angry at the Pokemon games because they're so handholdy.
Oh yeah, they really are.
It's like you meet a character and then you're like, okay, cool, we've seen this character once before, we've met this character, and then the very next conversation is like from another character about that character. I'm just like, game, I understand I understand simple concepts, it's okay.
But it's like you can't enter any town or go anywhere where the story is going to progress without a cutscene with the character stopping you before you get to enter the area and telling you exactly where you are, what you have to do, what lies in store.
I wish there was like, I know this would add so much complexity to the game, but I'm trying to think of like, if you're playing the game in bursts and maybe you weren't going from that one conversation to the next one, although the chances of that are like, anyway, if there were just triggers of being like, hey, did you just bump into that character? Okay, cool, we'll skip that dialogue because we know that you just experienced it within this set amount of time and you won't have forgotten.
Oh, right, yeah. I think it's better just to keep it simple. Like, maybe just don't have a million cutscenes with character interactions. One of the things I loved the most about the old Pokemon games was the sense of exploration. And it's very hard to feel a sense of exploration if everyone is telling you where everything is and constantly, literally taking you from place to place. You know? There's a point where you have to go up onto a hill, and the hill is a straight path up to the hill, and still they have to give you like
a freaking dog to follow.
Yeah, a dog that will wait for you every 3 feet and then run up a bit more and then wait for you and then run up a bit more and like lock you into following it. And it really destroys the sense of exploration, which is one of the things I love about the Pokemon games the most, is that you can just go. You're just like, you're out of your town and now you're in a new place, and it's exciting because you get to discover things yourself. If it takes away that sense of discovery, then I'm less excited about exploring anything. Barry Geeky says, do not get me started on Pokemon. Sorry. Yeah, they did go overboard on cutscenes. Like, I appreciate them wanting the player always to know what they're doing, but sometimes I like to figure that out myself. It's part of the game for me. If I don't need to think when I'm playing something, then it's much easier for me to mentally check out of it.
Yeah, I think there's been a kind of rising thing in game design where it's like the player can't ever feel lost, and I think it's the same sort of thing creatively when you don't want to scare your audience or make them have to figure things out. It's like that. Making those mental leaps is enjoyable. Puzzle solving exists for a reason. Yeah,
it's why murder mystery books are so good. It's because you're getting all the same information that the person who solves the case is getting, and part of the fun of it is you trying to guess the way through, like, who did it.
Let me just turn down the music for you, Habbo.
Oh, thanks Habbo for letting us know. I'm just going to hop back in chat for a sec because if I can get my scroll bar to work. I can't see who said it. Oh, there it is. Lux Capacitator said, good idea, shows that kill the characters but let them come back. But the more they come back, the bigger the cost. The main or side character struggles with wanting to come back more and more until their resurrection starts costing multiple other people's lives until they become a villain. This will leave them open as either a cautionary tale or hella good redemption and exception arc. Yeah, that's real cool. I like that idea a lot. It reminds me a little bit of what Matt Mercer does with Critical Role games, because he's well aware that there's resurrection spells in D&D that can bring characters back to life. And he's like, well, how can I still have people invested in the characters and the stakes of the story if when characters die, their friends can just bring them back to life? Like, it feels too much to just lock off rejuvenation spells or resurrection spells. So what can I do? So what he does is he makes the roll to bring them back successfully harder every single time they do it.
Right.
So they have to roll over a 10 the first time, I think. And then it's something like a 15 the second time. And then the third time is like an 18 or something really hard.
Yeah.
And then after that, you're done.
Right, okay.
So there's a sense of rising stakes every time.
Yeah. That's a good way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Doig, so if the last Pokemon kind of annoyed me because the NPCs have cooler adventures than you, who is forced to focus on the Pokemon League.
I don't think I've met any of them yet, but we're pretty early in the game. We've just finished the first gym. So I'm looking forward to seeing if that's true or not, because that would suck.
It's a problem that's been here for years in modern video games. Aaron was already criticizing it on Sequelitis years ago.
Yeah, I really like Sequelitis. I think it makes a lot of very good points. And, you know, though some of them, I enjoy the games anyway because they're just like very nostalgic to me, so it takes me back to that time when I play them. I can completely see the point he's making about them. Feel valid. Like, I wish, for example, Pokemon didn't need to tell you exactly what type of gym leader you were going to face, but could just let you surmise that from the environment. Like, oh, we're in a fishing village on a coast where everyone, like, everything's themed around fish because that's their industry. It's probably going to be a water gym, without people needing to come up to me and tell me, and then me meet the gym leader and her tell me, and then the person before I go in the gym tell me. Like, I wish I could just go in there and be like, I think I know what this is going to be.
Well, will they have Hop say to you, like, oh, I see you understand type advantages, and you're like, I have one Pokemon. In the very first battle, it's like, I have one Pokemon.
Well, it's like, you forced me to understand that, Hop, because you deliberately chose the Pokemon that was weak against mine.
Yeah.
But,
usually in the games, the rival picks the one that's strong against you, so that...
Yeah, but he's not the one who we're going to really face at the end. The one we're really going to face at the end is going to be Leon with Sobble.
That's true. Well, it won't be Sobble anymore, will it? It'll be something.
I'm telling you, it'll be something. But I didn't mind that dialogue of him telling you about type advantages. I did mind it the fourth time it played. It was like we fought this character 4 times and he said it every single time we fought him. Is he going to keep saying it?
Probably.
That's the weird thing, Variably Geeky. It's like, it feels like they're kidifying it in terms of the hand holding, to the point where it's become more like it's for 3 to 4 year olds. But then also it can't be kidified because there's so much dialogue and talking in Pokemon that no 3 or 4 year old's going to be able to play the game because of how much dialogue there is in it. So who is it for then? Because it's frustrating to people who don't want to be handheld all the way through, but unplayable to very young players because of the amount of dialogue there is to get through.
Yeah, it's a weird discrepancy. What are we working on? We're working on an animation to tease a comic that India's going to work on, Swift is going to work on later this year.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago we worked on a graphic novel together called Girl in the Glim, and we're going to be working on the next part of that. So this is taking a scene from one of the books. Let me just find the do you have the page there that you can show them, India?
I think I do actually. I just have to turn off a few things. There we go. So this is the page. It's upside down. The page is upside down because she is upside down in this panel, and I wanted to flip it the right way around to make it easier for me to draw her.
So I'm painting and cleaning up one of the cloud layers. Yo, thanks for the follow. To put into this scene here. I think Blender might have actually. Wait, no, I see. Thinks I'm doing something. Thinks I'm doing something else. Here we go. Yeah.
That's cool, Dark Rising.
This is a 3D scene from the comic, depicting the scene from the comic, and then we have a camera that will pull out while all the elements kind of move and swirl.
Yeah, Pablo, I think that XP share should be able to be turned off. It's a very useful tool, but I actually really miss having to switch my Pokemon so that I'm using one of the weaker ones first, rather than always using my strong one first and just relying on never battling with the others but letting them level up anyway. Because I think it kind of creates more of that feeling of a bond between you and the monsters if you use them in battle. If I can just bench a monster and never have to use it but still have it level up to level 25 without needing to ever fight with it, it feels a little bit cheap. Like I haven't really earned it.
Yeah, it feels like you don't have that connection with that Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which, in the modern age, is kind of nice to like save time, but you're saving time from... You're saving yourself from playing the game.
Yeah.
As it was originally intended. It's weird.
I think one of the things we would like most is just to see them completely shake up the battle system.
Yeah, the system feels very dated.
You know, and maybe then there would be something in a new system where the XP share wouldn't be as much of a problem.
Like I'd like to see something where you can choose where you can like almost like sheepdog command where you want your Pokemon to run to, and it'll do its best to get there.
You want like a tactical RPG
sort of
type dealio.
I want to have a situation where your Pokemon can move out of the way or use elevation to their advantage, or maybe you have a certain
use the environment, you mean?
Yeah. Maybe you have a Pokemon that deals more damage when it manages to get above a Pokemon.
I don't get it. I have the high ground.
Yeah, exactly. Or, you know...
You were the chosen one!
If you're fighting an ice Pokemon, the ground becomes slippery, and so, like, your character's movement gets reduced, or just...
No, I know what you mean.
Just
like,
something that isn't like, if I pick this move and it's strong against this type, then I win.
Yeah, the type advantages are a bit overpowering, I think, in Pokemon. I would like, though, to just be like, this is... Like, Mike would like a tactical RPG type feeling more, so they're adding to the turn-based thing with adding movement to it and environmental hazards that you can take advantage of. I would like it to just be Pokken.
You just want a fighting
I just want to, like, actually take control of the creatures themselves and have my movements accompanied by a trainer shouting off screen so that it maintains the premise of you commanding the creatures, but it's like really a spectacle to watch, and there's a lot of like skill involved in that. Pikachu, I have the high ground. I mean, a lot of people really wouldn't like my idea. If they did that, I would be delighted, but a lot of hardcore Pokemon fans would not be. So it's not really a solution, but it's something which I would enjoy a lot.
I mean, they do spin-off games with those sort of mechanics, like Pokken. Mm-hmm. So it's not like they're not attempting those things. I just find the game in which you go and become a Pokemon trainer is just really not... It hasn't gripped me.
Yeah.
In years.
Rolando says, I highly recommend the Pokemon Go anime. Is there an anime of Pokemon Go?
Whoa, okay, I guess so.
I didn't know that.
Pikachu, I have the high ground.
Like the environment affects the fighting on Breath of the Wild too. Yeah, that's fantastic. I love that.
What's Breath of the Wild 2? Who said that?
Oh no, Breath of the Wild as well. Not Breath of the Wild 2. Yeah, the fighting game is called Pokken. It's a cross between Pokemon and Tekken, and it looks really good. Mike and I played very briefly in Japan. We found an arcade machine where you could play Pokken. And I believe I won. I didn't know what I was doing though. But I picked Gengar.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Gengar's awesome, so...
do we have an Instagram? Yes, we do. We each have an Instagram.
We don't use them too often though. We're
really.
more findable on Twitter than we are on Instagram.
Just to let you know, I have a lot of life drawings on my Instagram. So just not safe for work scenario. There is like nudity,
Nudes.
nakedness on there.
I really like the amount of experimentation that the Pokemon franchise has outside of the main games. I just kind of wish they would bring that into the main games a bit more.
Oh, cool. Then you'll appreciate them. Sampan Selkie.
Come on, pen. Sometimes my tablet pen just doesn't want to do what it's meant to do. Come on, draw! Draw the eyeball, please.
Yeah,
Beg of you.
my Instagram is like 90% bears and naked drawings.
Yeah.
10% pictures of you.
One more reason to remember the name.
In this new season of Pokemon, Ash and new companion named Go both become Pokemon researchers. They travel from region to region to learn the mysteries of Pokemon all over the world.
Oh, that sounds cool. That's a nice new take on it.
It's super exciting because for once the focus is not the league, rather more the world. Yeah,
I like that.
You notice like the Detective Pikachu film kind of gives you a glimpse at Pokemon life outside of gym battling. That was interesting.
Well, that's the thing, is like the most attractive thing about Pokemon is the Pokemon.
Yeah.
So I want to learn more about them, you know?
Like in this latest Pokemon game, everyone in the world is like, oh man, that gym leader though,
Leon.
Or oh, I'm such a massive fan of Leon. I'm just like,
Leon this, Leon that.
I don't care. And yet there is so much attention to detail in the world building. Like there's an outdoor market and there's
I don't think there is that much attention to the world building, to be honest.
There's more than what the characters and the people living in it have.
Yeah, I mean there's some attention to world building for sure. It's more just the fact that the characters feel the need to explain everything to you. But then there's giant holes in the world building. And it's weird to have this juxtaposition between everything being very over-explained to you and there being these massive holes that there's no explanation for. It's like if they either just let you discover stuff yourself and had these holes, or they didn't have holes and explained everything, either one would feel more cohesive.
Can you give an example?
Like the Dynamaxing thing. I mean, admittedly, we haven't got to the point in the game yet where they're going to tell you, presumably, they will tell you what that is and why it's happening. But it feels very disconnected from the rest of the Pokemon lore and world.
Well, they're saying that it's only possible in Galar for some reason, which I assume is because of like a past event. But at the same time, I find that Dynamaxing is so like it doesn't really match this quaint English countryside environment. That's what I'm finding a lot is like There's these cute old women and people wandering around in sheep villages and farmers, and then they use terminology like max raids. You will gain watts when you max raid, and I'm just like, this does what?
I don't mind that too much.
We were thinking that it was somehow doing a commentary on celebrity and like, yeah, I guess
I think that's just one of the themes in the story at the minute.
Jojo Keyframe says Leon is the equivalent of a pro esports star. I can see the parallels there.
I can too. It's just the difference is when you go around talking to people in our world, not everyone is talking about esports stars.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense for people to be talking about Pokemon in a Pokemon game, though. I don't think there's much you can do about that. I think it's just the way they do it more than what they're doing. That makes it feel odd. Like, the over-explaining is a bit much for me. Because it doesn't jibe with the tone of discovery that is in the rest of the world.
George says, it would be super nice if you had missions like Pokemon Ranger where you had to have to help people and you could find new places and explore new things you couldn't see without going out far, like a Skyrim Pokemon. Like, you could do the mainline story, or you're filled with so many side missions you don't mind doing them all.
Yeah, I think that's what we're all secretly craving, is like Skyrim plus Pokemon. Just give me a free roam adventure.
Variably Geeky, thanks so much for the host.
Thank you very much, Variably Geeky. Much appreciated. But yeah, I would love a Pokemon game where you get to just roam around, freely, and you can go to areas where you're outclassed and the enemies are too strong for you.
I mean, the wild areas are sort of like that.
And I like that about them. I do, but I want the entire game to be not such a cutscene corridor.
Yeah. You want to reach a location and be able to see it in the distance and then arrive there and then explore it. You don't want to get to the cusp of being able to see it, get locked into a cutscene, which then shows you it. You just it's like, oh man, you should totally go here, and you're like, I'm waiting to be able to do that.
Yeah, I'm on my way there, and you're stopping me to give me a cutscene where you're telling me that's where I need to go. Anyway, I don't want to keep complaining about it because I really like the game. I'm having a blast playing it with you so far. There's just little things that niggle at me, And one of them is how much the characters really handhold you through the adventure, which is kind of meant to be my adventure, where I decide what I do when I feel like I have agency in it. And the whole point of playing a game is kind of to live out this fantasy. But if I'm just being told by everyone what to do and where to go, and then endlessly praised by every character like a Mary Sue, some of the appeal goes out of it.
I get you.
I like to feel like I'm starting an underdog, and I like to make my own decisions that, get me to where I want to go. Because I can't feel responsible for my success if I'm just doing what the game tells me to do mindlessly.
Yeah.
I think one of my favourite things, really getting down to the bone of it, is I like stories where... I like games where you come away with your own stories.
Yes.
That aren't the main narrative of the thing itself.
Pablo says you need to stream or record Breath of the Wild to cure yourselves from all of this.
I was thinking about that the other day. Because I was thinking about how much I was playing Animal Crossing and I was like, I could be playing Breath of the Wild. But because I want to stream it and record it, I haven't been. But I really like that game and I really want to play it. It's a sin that we have had it for so long. And I've played so little of it.
Do you want to put the Pokemon Nuzlocke on hold and do some Breath of the Wild.
Do some episodes of that, maybe. I'm really enjoying Pokemon too, but maybe you're right.
Just to sort of balance it out.
But yeah, like just to finish the thought briefly, in Skyrim, when people tell stories about what happened to them in Skyrim, it's never the main quest they're talking about. They're never like, and then you won't believe it, the dragon came through the wall of the tower and we had to run. They're always talking about the adventures that happened to them in their individual playthrough.
Yeah.
That was a result of their stupid mistakes or their unbelievable success. And that's the thing I find the most fun about games, is crafting your own stories from them.
You have one such story that I am looking forward to people seeing.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen that I use Animal Crossing less of like a game and more as like a platform for me to tell my own story on. I just really I love games in that way, that they give you this ability to craft your own world.
Yeah, like interactive narratives, but it's not like a multiple choice tick a box thing. It's the actual interaction with the tools available to you that you create your own interactive story. Like your response to something in the game can be your own internal thought out response, and I think that's one of the appealing factors of Let's Plays, is you get to see the inner monologue of someone else. Like when you're playing a game on your own, you have that, and you have that experience between yourself and the game, like that, in that space of play between what you're doing and what you're thinking. And Let's Plays allow you to kind of share that in real time.
Yeah, I agree.
Like a dialogue cutscene in Animal Crossing where someone's like, "Hey, we should go over and go to the thing. I've got a tent," and you're just like, "Yes, sleep where your defenses are weakest. You'll never see it coming."
Yes. Very Geeky says, "I want a Pokemon Coliseum game again. Makes it with a gold, silver, crystal multi-region story where you go back to Kanto with a new storyline after beating Johto, but give me open world." Yes. And Jojo Keyframe says, "It's kind of obnoxious most of the time. Temtem was a nice change of pace. But actually people in that game that had other interests than the capturable monsters that roam the streets." And Rolando, we really appreciate you not spoiling it for us. Thank you. I'm looking forward to the day when we can talk to you about it without fear of being spoiled, and we can all just yell about our adventures in the world.
Okay, we have a plan for Breath of the Wild, which is that India does recorded episodes up until the point she gets a particular item that allows her to leave the particular area that you start in. Mainly
because we were going to just record it and have me do what I wanted, but because my instinct is to run directly away from the story as soon as given any kind of freedom, I ran away from the story and straight into a wall of mist I couldn't get past.
Yeah.
Whereupon Mike told me that in order to get past that, I needed to play a little bit of the story.
Yeah.
To open up the world. And I was like, well, there's no point me, having fun in this open world game if I can only see a small section of the world. So
exactly. And after that, the game literally doesn't stop you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So yeah, we're doing episodes up until that point, and then we were thinking to stream it. Good morning, Music Box. How are you doing?
How are you? How's it going?
Hope you are well.
I am tidying up these cloud layers so that when they go into the environment, they look nice.
I'm drawing a midge.
You are drawing a midge.
Aw, Palbro. Thanks. That's the thing that we enjoy doing most, I think, is just come up with goofy stories. And they are goofy.
It's my favourite thing to do is storytell. Oh, tired. I hope you're doing okay, Musebox.
I hear that. I'm also a little bit tired, but I'm good. Other than that.
See you, George.
See you, George. Have a good day. It's nice to be able to work on projects like this with you again.
Yeah, I agree.
I have missed it.
That was kind of how our like channels and stuff started out, was making little short animations together.
Yeah, it's because we just love like making this kind of stuff, so it's nice to have the space to do it and make the space to do it. So what have you got on today, Mike?
Today, I think I've got that color journey thing to finish up, and then I'm gonna do a passive notes on Renee's layouts, I think.
Yeah. So what Mike's working on at the minute is he's doing like a map of all the locations and everything that are going to appear in the animation we're currently making, and decide colours and everything for all of them. So it's essentially a colour script.
It's a color script, but it's snapshots of just like key locations. It's kind of like looking at the background keys of an animation and like stringing them out. I have got them all in a horizontal line, so you can kind of like scan over and see how it progresses from one scene to the next.
Mm-hmm. We want to make sure that, you know, the locations feel different from one another but are tied together in terms of the colour progression of the entire thing.
Yeah, and you were also saying that it'd be good to mark the time of day.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing like where the characters are over the course of like their adventure. Lady Ami's giving us eyes.
Eyeballs! And I am going to try and get some stuff animated, I think.
Oh yeah, I also realized recently NSB shared some stills.
Oh yeah, they did. Do you guys see them?
So yeah, you guys will have been able to see Dan and Brian on
horses.
On horses.
And horses in armor. What do you guys think? I was excited for people to see Danny's armor because it's just fantastic. It's so sparkly. I really like Brian's outfit too.
Yeah, they make a good duo.
I never knew that I needed medieval ninja. Well, I guess ninjas are kind of like medieval.
Sort of.
In a way.
I don't know. What is the time?
But I didn't know I needed a combination of like modern ninja and...
It's kind of like archer ninja.
Arch ninja.
Arch ninja miss. No, that doesn't. Nemesis.
I see what you were trying to do.
Neminja-ness.
No.
Neminjasis. That's getting better. No. Okay.
No. I appreciate where you're coming from though. Ninja Nemesis is probably the best way to go, even though it's just the words smushed together. But yeah, if anyone hasn't seen the Mystic Crystal shots that were posted by NSP, then I think they're on Dan's Instagram and NSP's Instagram.
Yeah, I think they went Instagram to share it. I've been thinking about whether we should get a Doig and Swift Instagram.
Oh, no, please.
I know.
Not another thing to have to update.
I know.
Anything but that. Spare me.
Okay.
Spare me. It's hard enough to keep up with our personal Instagrams and Twitters. You know.
Silvercrad, thank you for the follow. I know. I just...
We're only 2 people.
We're only 2 people. We could use things that allow us to cross-post, though.
Yeah, but I'd never like that. I never like cross-posting. I always like posting individually to places. I know that cross-posting is convenient, but it feels somewhat cheap when I'm ambushed on all sides by email via Patreon, Twitter, Instagram, and website to all tell me exactly the same thing over and over.
But that's just because you're such a diligent fan and have followed the same person on multiple platforms.
Yeah, serves you right.
Okay.
Whoop.
Phone just
Dinged.
farted.
Did.
Wait, has our stream gone down?
It says we're live. Oh, it also says we're offline. Whoops. No, we're still here. Kozak says nope.
Yeah, it says...
Ah, jokey frames went down. How weird. It says we're live and offline. Don't know what this means. It seems like it's still going for people.
I refreshed and it's up.
Cool. Weird.
We had to refresh as well. Okay, that was weird. Yeah, because we're both watching it through our dashboard, and so...
And so.
Refreshing it helped us. Limbo stream. Schrodinger's stream India.
You'll never know if it's live or not until you look.
So is anyone learning anything new particularly while they are in Coronaville? Anyone like doing skill shares or any courses or anything like that?
Ah, Coronaville. Population Earth.
Yep.
Yeah, not sponsored by Skillshare. But is anyone skill sharing?
Hey Skillshare, where are you at?
I've never used Skillshare before. I have just discovered, this is what I will tell you guys about what I'm up to. I've just discovered that I can get free GarageBand on my iPad.
Did you get it in the garage sale?
Ha!
Ha
Ha!
ha.
So I'm gonna try making some simple bops and music, which is something I've always wanted to do, but been nervous to do because I really like doing it and I care about it, so I'm scared to be bad at it. So I've stopped myself from practicing or ever doing it so that I have control over whether I'm bad at it or not. And I don't try it and then find out I'm bad at it and be disappointed. But then I realise that that's stupid. So now I'm going to do it even if I'm bad at it. Because hopefully through practicing I'll get better at it.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to have to accept failure is a part of the learning process.
So let's see. Fleet Feats is saying, I started the daunting task of learning to code in Unreal when things started to get dicey. So far so good. Oh, cool. Are you using like the visual editor? The node code? I don't know what it's called.
The node code.
And I will just reply to you, India, saying that that's really cool. I'm glad that you're not holding yourself back anymore, because I think it would be really fun for you personally to do that sort of stuff.
I have a bad habit of getting my own way when I'm scared of doing something. Like, I'll come up with a bunch of excuses why I can't do it, so that I feel like it's not my fault, it's beyond my control.
Being Motive says, in Clip Studio you have the super handy eraser that clips off the stray ends of brush tapers. Does Toon Boom have something like that?
Yeah, so if you see I do this, then there's a thing called Cutter, which is underneath your black arrow. If you hold down your mouse or your tablet on it, then you'll get this little menu, and Cutter is one of the options, and you can either just tap on the thing and delete it, or you can swipe across it and it should delete. Sometimes it can be a bit finicky if you have multiple brush strokes in there, but if you're working quite clean, then it can be really helpful. You can also lasso things if you want to use it like a lasso tool. Heck yeah.
You've recently picked... Variable Gleeky says, I recently picked back up programming, getting back into using Python. Wrote a Caesar cipher program that deciphers reverses. Did a few things today, but the biggest was writing a brute force function. I only understood part of what you were saying. What does a brute force function do?
I can guess.
Okay. And Fleet Feet has their experiences with C or C++, though no formal education in coding. The visual coding feels so much more natural to you, though. Cool.
How do you do straight lines on an angle? I'm not sure what you mean, but you can, at any point during your stroke, you can hold shift and it will turn it into a straight line for you.
Although it only does it at 90 degrees on my one.
It doesn't on me.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Excuse my tablet being weird. It likes to break up my lines into dots for no reason.
Very really geeky asked if you wanted to guess. Yo, thanks for the host, pal, bro.
I'm guessing that it forces something to happen even though it wouldn't usually. Like, maybe even if a value is false or a number isn't lining up with what it should be, it will force the result anyway.
Ooh, that sounds plausible.
That's my guess.
I know bits and pieces of what you were saying, Variably Geeky. Like, I know what a function is.
Mike knows much more than I do about this.
I know what Python is, but I don't know what a Caesar cipher is.
Sounds delicious. I'm sure you haven't heard that joke before.
Maybe you were the first to ever make it, India.
Somehow I don't think I was. Oh, hey Tib. Yeah, Tib is a dab hand at code. So she'll understand what you're talking about, even if we don't. How are you doing, Tib? Are you feeling better? I hope so. Palbro, thank you very much for the host.
Thank you.
Much appreciation.
Much.
Much. Gosh darn this ear line.
Oh, I understand what's happening.
Variably Geeky says Caesar shift is a simple cryptography method where you have an offset of like 5. So when you take ABC, it would just shift each letter 5 in the alphabet for F, G, H as a result.
Ah, okay.
Interesting. When would you want to use something like that?
I guess if you're sending data that you don't want to be immediately readable by someone else.
Oh, of course. Cryptology, of course. I didn't even think. Didn't even think about what I was saying. That makes complete sense. So it's pretty easy to decipher, but not for the complete layman. So is brute force then a method of unlocking things which have been... What's the word? Let me read again. Is it a way of like brute forcing your way past cryptography? I think is what I'm trying to say.
Maybe it's like
the key to the lock.
Maybe if it's only on one value, it's like, is it this one, this one, this one? Like, is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 5?
Yeah, it's like a simple way to like check through the obvious stuff. Brute forcing is what you tried to do to your friend's lock in high school, to put something in there to prank them. Yeah.
A brute force function just takes that FGH and it brute forces through every possible solution. So in the case of the alphabet, there are 26 possible solutions, so the brute force just shifts those letters one by one and gives you all the solutions. And you can pick one which makes sense. In this case, the offset of 5 is where the output would have been made sense, because the decryption message would have equaled ABC. And if it was maybe it was a string or a sentence that it output, you could see the one that you can read effectively.
Yeah. I know what the verb is to decrypt something. What is the verb to crypt something?
Encrypt.
Encrypt. Thank you. I knew it was in my brain somewhere. I was like, why can I not find this word? So what are you encrypting stuff for then, eh? What secret messages are you sending, huh? You working for the government? Yo?
Are you working for the government? Where's all this line of questioning coming from?
Me, not a cop. You're still tired. You're past the virus, but you're still very tired and not feeling wonderful. Also, breathing is weird. Oh, Tib. Take care of yourself. I mean, I'm sure you are. But, I mean, lots of herbal tea. She's my go-to. And soup. And lie-downs and anime is what I prescribe.
Did you get it confirmed whether it was or not?
Oh yeah, that's true, because didn't you go for a test? If I worked for the Gov, I could tell you, but so mysterious.
Have to kill us.
Yeah. It's okay, I'm good not knowing. Sounds fun though. That's awesome.
Just relocate the different plane of existence.
Ah, there's no way to get a test there yet. Ah. Or then my prescription of anime and herbal tea and soup and lying down stands. There must be some kind of video out there that is done by a medical professional where it's like, okay, so you can't get a test, but you suspect that you have it. Here's what we would say you should do.
I would hope so.
You know, to feel better and help the symptoms pass.
Okay, I'm gonna plan this out. Oh no, I'm not gonna flatten this out. I was like, oh, I need to apply a certain like thing, but I'll just do this. I'll group them, and then I'll do this.
Your brain can't stop, so eventually maybe you'll go bigger. That's awesome. I'm glad that you're having fun with it. I love little projects like that, where you're just experimenting and like flexing to see what you can achieve and what you can do, what you can figure out. So much fun.
You get better. And yeah, my program is basically just a simple encryptor. My brain can't stop enough. So maybe. Oh, I see what you're reading out there.
Yeah.
How's your animating going, India?
Oh, it's going.
It's going.
It's going. I'm just working through it, going through the keys first and inking those. Just focusing on the face for now, and then I'll go through and do the hoodie,
Okay.
and then I'll go through and do the in-betweens.
The in-betweens.
In-betweens.
Cool. I'm gonna grab my.
How about you? I mean, how's your stuff going? I know that you feel like maybe a little bit at a loose end.
No, I'm good. I'm like cleaning up and painting the clouds better so that they're not just rough placeholders. And now I'm gonna move the ship. I got stuff to do. Don't worry.
Oh, nice job.
Now I just need to go to the.
How's your emote going? Because I really want to get those emotes sorted.
This is how it's looking in Sprite. That's my wizard bear. That's where I got to. But I feel like some of it is getting a little bit lost. So I was going to try and beef up the contrast.
Yeah, I love the contrast between the hand.
Yeah,
that's great. Tib, that sounds like a really smart way to deal with it. I'm really happy that you're taking good care.
I think I could take this and make it more saturated, maybe.
Beautiful, briny, simmery, shiny, beautiful, briny sea.
Like maybe I need to get this and like put this up a bit more. I might have reduced the contrast actually.
Oh, those impotents, such nice peeps. Aw. How have you been, pal bro? How are things with you? I think I might try and make us some schedules again, Mike.
Some schedules?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I'm missing working with them.
Okay, I'm up for that.
Cool. Mike and I have been scheduleless for a little while now. Just because it's felt too busy to really make them. And we weren't sticking with them when we had them. But I'm feeling powerful today.
You're feeling powerful.
Yeah, so I think it might be a good time to make some schedules and really try and stick to them.
Okay. Hey Kuya, how's it going?
Hey Kuya, good morning. How's it going? How's your partner push going? Been well. You're a stay-in, so not much life-changing. Ah, pretty much same as us. Stay in solidarity. Tib wants you to know that she hasn't forgiven you for what you've done.
Do you even watch that series, Tib?
Better you than me, Mike. You
Alright,
applied.
Yeah.
QUJP applied for partner.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, she's just got to wait. Ah, that's awesome. You should get it, right? I mean, whenever I see your stream, you've got like around 100 viewers or something, so you should get it.
Yeah. Oh, India. I discovered a streamer that I quite like. Her name is I think Kolo. Either Koro or Kolo, but it's like her tag is hello it's Kolo or something like that. And
oh wait a second, I think I know her.
Yeah.
I think that she might be on some of the D&D podcasts I listen to.
She's got like
is she
really
on Table Talk? She's got red hair, right?
Yeah, she's got like a big
I know her. She's on the podcast I listen to.
Ah, okay. She's been playing Animal Crossing. She's the one that taught me how to catch tarantulas.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she seems adorable. I started watching a D&D game of Harry Potter.
Ah, yeah. I was about to say she's like Hermione energy.
Yeah. She's English, right?
Yeah.
Yes. That's her. That's a cool coincidence. Oh, good luck, Kuya. You don't think it's relevant whether you watch the series or not? We betrayed you. I'm sorry, it was my fault. Tib is referring to the fact that I uploaded the Pokemon episodes for this weekend, but accidentally, because what is time, right? I accidentally uploaded them on Friday and Saturday instead of Saturday and Sunday, which meant there was no episode for Sunday, which was my bad.
Yeah, you were doing it so that you didn't have to do it at like on the day at the weekend.
Yeah, I was
then
like,
you
I'm
were
going to
so-
do this and make sure that I don't have to work on the weekend.
You're so used to just like putting it up on the same day that you're like, okay, this is today's and I'll do tomorrow's.
Yeah. I just hit that button and was like, next day. And then it was like, that's not Saturday though. You know, speaking of which, I noticed that you still haven't put up the streams from last week.
I
On the
got
channel.
Fridays. I got Fridays to put up. Maybe Wednesday and Fridays to put up.
Yeah, you said that you had them all lined up and you were uploading them on Friday. And then they still weren't up on Saturday or Sunday. What
Yeah.
happened?
I'm just still getting used to it, and I'm not very good at it.
What happened between you telling me you were uploading them then and
I was sleepy and I played Animal Crossing.
so you just stopped mid-upload?
No, I don't. No, I think I don't know if I've downloaded the second episode I need to download, and I've uploaded one of them. I'll need to upload another one of them.
Okay. We need to make sure we're on that because we're one of the things I liked most about having the morning streams on the YouTube channel is it gave us something to put up every day, and it was something people could return to and know what time it was on.
Yeah.
But over the past couple of weeks, we've completely lost consistency with the YouTube channel.
And then that's been my fault. What time do you want them to upload?
I would like them to be the usual time of the morning streams.
Okay. Okay, it can do.
Unless we think that would cause confusion. I don't want people to feel like they're watching something they assume is live and then wonder why we're not replying to them or anything. Although there wouldn't be a chat if it was a VOD.
No, there wouldn't be. Although I am currently streaming privately to YouTube right now. Because that's what I haven't been doing, is setting up the stream so that it's going to a private one to YouTube so that I can just edit the details.
I thought you said you set that up a little while back.
I had figured out how to do it, but over the last couple of streams I hadn't been doing it because I wasn't waking up early enough to set that stuff up and then go live.
Right.
Like, part of me is really paranoid that I have to double check it and recheck it so that we're not accidentally streaming to YouTube as well publicly, because I don't want to jeopardize our twitchiness.
Okay.
It's just been taking me a little bit to get back used to, because it's not just uploading it and hitting thingy. You have to make the new thumbnails, add all the descriptions and stuff. Yeah.
Tib says, truly disgraceful, both of you. This is an act that shall be written in your obituaries. Doig and Swift crossed Tib, thus Tib got cross.
Sure.
Hell yeah. Oh, Orlando, I didn't know you were streaming yesterday. Good morning, Bryony. Doig is a smart. Yo, yo, yo! How's it going, Bryony? How was your weekend?
Yo, Bryony,
how's
it going?
Every now and then I remember Little Nightmares. And it makes me scared.
The game, just remember you just remember the memory of it. And
something made a sound outside, and it sounded like the sound that the cooks make when they see that you're there.
Oh, I see. Little Nightmares 2, India.
No.
You game?
Yeah. I am, but also I'm scared.
You are a bit scared.
You sorted out some online gaming with some friends. It was on Tabletopia. What's Tabletopia?
Ooh. Are you about to unlock our minds to the new possibilities of online tabletop games? Are you about to change our lives forever? Are you about to
Revolution. Gosh darn it, pen, come on, please. Just draw me a line. Yes. It is done. It's a website where there's virtual board games. Okay, cool. That sounds
played
cool.
Secret Hitler?
I've heard that's real good. You were Hitler. Of course you were. And you won. I've still never played that, but I have a lot of friends who play it and say it's real good. You included. What is bang?
Is this hat clear enough, or is it too, like? Oh, I don't know.
I think you'll kind of, well, that's too small for me to be able to see properly, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I feel like you're lacking contrast.
Yeah, me too.
Like your black lines are bleeding into the darkness of your hat. I almost feel like if it were me doing this, I would bring it into Photoshop, put a white out layer on top of it, and then just trace the shapes in black line. And then when I filled them, I would make the colour of the hat and such a little bit lighter so that you can see the lines against it better.
Okay.
I don't know, what do you guys think?
Black on.
I'm obsessed with clarity, sometimes to the detriment of things I work on, so.
Like, I can make it a really kind of bright blue.
The hat.
Yeah. Like it's really being illuminated by the lightning. But then I might, yeah.
Rolando's offering, if you want him to have a crack at it.
If you want, how would I give you it?
Q is good. Yeah, I like Q as well. My strategy for Q is just to lie constantly about everything. I'm less there to win and more just to be an element of chaos and confusion for everyone else.
I'm really bad at those games.
I think you're actually quite good at them.
I'm only good because I don't talk and no one can get a read on me, but like I can't manipulate anyone to think anything. I just don't say anything. And people just overlook me. That's...
Mike's talent is shrinking into the crowd so that no one accuses him of anything.
But then I'm not really playing. I'm just sort of like furniture in the game.
You're playing when you win.
Yeah, I guess so.
One Night Ultimate Werewolf is great. You'd have to play Q with me. You would quickly see there's no rhyme or reason to my strategy. When we next come over for Thought Bubble, we'll have to all queue together.
Origaminu. Oh, no, origami. No. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Are you here in the chat? Hi, how you doing? How's it going for you? Aha, there we are, finally. I've got the lash where I want it.
Have we heard of the game Spy Party? I personally haven't. India, have you heard of it?
No? I don't think so. Unless it's there was one which I saw Griffin play with. I think he was playing with Travis. Maybe he was playing with Justin. He was playing with one of his brothers. And there was a game where one person is like looking into a room and the other person is playing controlling one of the people in that room. And they have to fulfill an objective without the other person realizing that they are the spy. So it's like a computer game.
Spy versus Spy? Sorry, I was just I was looking at Jojo. You know, I used to read that as Jojo keyframe, but it's Jojo keyframe. It keeps saying that the alert sounds only come from the right speaker. And I'm like, is that the way I balance the audio? Or
Yeah.
is that the...
I noticed that too.
Really?
Yeah. I forgot to say to you, but I did notice that too.
That it only comes from the right?
Yeah, and some of the Animal Crossing episodes that Jordan's cut together, there's an alert sound and it's like only on one of the earphones.
God.
It's not necessarily a problem, it was just
Damn it.
interesting. It's not only you. Yes, it's the same one. Okay, cool. Yeah, that looked really fun. So essentially you're like, there's a room full of characters moving around via AI, but one of them's not AI, one of them's you.
Oh.
And you have to blend in with them, but also complete an objective. And the other person is just watching the room and has
Right.
to pick out from all the people who the spy is, who's you. So your objective might be to put something in a vase.
Wow, did you see what my monitor just did there?
No, what did it do?
It cracked and blinked.
It's alive.
Oh no.
It's waking up.
Yeah, I don't know why it's only sending it through one. Is it only sending the music through one? What's going on? I have this new thing called Voice Meter Potato that I'm still figuring out. Okay, you're a spy in the room. The person has to watch your movements and you have to try and be like the movements of everyone else while moving towards something.
Yeah, just picture that you're looking at a room full of AIs milling around and doing stuff.
Yeah.
And they're all like silhouettes basically. And you can rotate around the room to look at what they're all doing. And one of them is a player, but you don't know which one.
Well, it reminds me, is it 3D?
Mm-hmm.
Because it reminds me of that one where Dan and Aaron played it, but it was like a vertical, like they had to make it all the way up.
Yeah, the one where there were like a bunch of people all walking single file towards something and you had to get there.
Yeah.
But the other person had to figure out which one you were and blast you. It's the same thing, except you're just in a room and you have an objective. And the other person's trying to figure out which of the AI people is you.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. It looks really fun. I think we'd enjoy that.
Maybe it's the actual follow sound. Follow.
I wouldn't worry too much about it, Mike. We can always fix it later.
Maybe it's the actual ring sound is only, it's not stereo, it's
Yeah,
only mono.
It's in mono. Yeah, that might be it. You might have to like bring it into Premiere and duplicate it onto both tracks. I don't personally mind it. It was just interesting to hear.
I'm gonna listen to it. Yeah, it's only in my left. Yeah, it's only in my left. Okay, well, we figured that out.
Thank you for letting us know about that. We're gonna have to head off, Ski.
You're kidding me.
I'm not kidding you.
No,
It's 9:34 in the morning. I let us go on for an extra half hour because we started slightly past 7:30.
It's been really fun this morning. How's your inking going?
It's going. This is the 4th frame I'm working on. Working through them slowly.
Do you want to show them it playing, or?
Sure. I mean, it's only 4 frames. It's going to be a couple of sessions before I manage to finish this inking off, but hopefully it'll be worth it when it's done. Like, I'm 4 frames in, I haven't even started inking the hair yet. Which is the main thing that's moving. I've just been doing the face.
The face sort of like blinks and opens her eyes though. So.
Yeah, that's a subtle part, the face.
Good game. Alright.
Let me... Oop. 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 Oop.
I think I might give that this color. Yeah, that brings the focus up to the face. I like it. Is it playing?
Yeah, it's playing. Might be a little bit hard to see, and it's going to be very stuttery the first time through.
Gotcha.
You know? But this is what we're working through.
Aww. So cute.
Thanks. We'll get there. Inking is the slowest part, and it's the part which I dislike the most because I'm not very good at it. so it takes a lot of effort for me to try and do a good job. Thank you guys. I'm excited to get this inked so we can finally colour it. I'm going to put some lighting on it too, I think.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll be using the same technique for lighting that we use for the rest of our projects. So if you're interested in that, then stay tuned because at some point I'll be doing that. And then you can see how we tend to do it at nights.
Yeah, we'll be using the same process.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So who's available for the raid-in?
What if Julia is streaming? Now, what if Julia was someone that Pablo recommended us to, so I think we should raid her.
That sounds great. Let's do it.
Cool. She's currently playing Animal Crossing. So yeah, thanks very much for joining us today.
And thank you Variably Geeky for the recommendations just there. And I think we should take a look into the Spy Party one.
Okay, yeah, I'm totally up for that.
Awesome. Okay guys, you have an awesome time at Julia's stream.
And may the rest
of your day
be filled
with adventure.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.